But that mailman is in trouble now, boy. I'm like, you better run for
Oh
your life.
yeah.
Because one thing about Xavier, welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Paradise on Hulu. We are talking about episode 6. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode of Paradise, make sure that you subscribe and follow, depending on which platform you are on. And make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you engage, hype us up if you're on YouTube, all that good stuff. We love to have a conversation with you guys because you guys have some interesting theories. So let's get into this episode. This is a really Jane-centric episode. But before we get into Jane, we had some breaking news at the end that Teri's alive and the mailman ain't shit. I'm still unclear as to like what is going on with all of this because she is in that camp, but she doesn't seem to be held hostage. But I'm confused. I don't know. Why is the mailman blowing up Xavier then? I don't understand.
She's in that camp because she wants to leave to go find Xavier, but the camp isn't leaving yet. The camp hasn't left yet, clearly. Yeah. So she's there for that. And the mailman, Gary, I think it's Gary, child, I don't know. Yeah. But Gary is like, if Xavier is dead, she will probably come back and lean on me for some love and support, and she won't have to get to Colorado.
So that kind of is a little bit of what was my working theory, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, she got kids in Colorado. So does he think he gonna get on a boat and he gonna be their new daddy? Like, I'm on the boat, the train, but I
guess we just don't know where Bean is in all of this. You know, Bean is the one who saw him shoot. What was it, Elis? So
yeah,
I think that's the biggest piece as to how this is all going to connect, especially because the people over at the nurse and the mechanic over at the swap meet, they still have a liking for the mailman. So it's not like breaking news, the mailman shot Enos, and he's now dangerous. So yeah, it's kind of like, what's about to happen? I don't know. Where is Bean? Yeah. Where is Bean?
I guess I'm just unclear with the mailman's tactics because if this is like, you're going to lead him to where Teri actually is and you're going to see him do this plan, it's like, how about you just kill this man when he turns around and he's standing in front of you? You get what I'm saying? Like, shoot him with a gun like you did Enos. You shot Enos straight on. Like, why do this elaborate lead them to Teri? That's why it was a little confusing to me. It doesn't make logical sense. It's like him turning around and being like, is that walking right there with mushrooms in her hand? You get what I'm saying? Like, she could have been just part of that camp walking around in their surveillance. So I don't get why all of this as opposed to just killing him. But I obviously want that man out of the picture. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, he probably thinks that he'll be able to give a different narrative, right? Because he has been controlling the narrative thus far. So he probably feels like whatever he tells Teri, like, oh, I was trying to help him find you and da 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 da. And he, created this plan because he just wouldn't listen to me. Who knows? That man is insane. And one thing about it, insane mind don't operate like a sane one, baby. So he has something tweaking up in there that he thought the best thing for me to get to Teri, or at least to make sure I'm not forgotten by Teri, is to make sure this man is not here. We gotta get rid of Xavier.
That part I get. I don't understand the elaborate, like, shoot that man and put him in a barrel where he'll never be found. Because obviously Teri's gone. She ain't back and forth, because if she was back and forth, Xavier might have, like, he would have been like, let's not be here, because she might come back any moment. You know what I'm saying? So obviously she's there. It's like he literally could have killed him in the post office and just kept him there, right? So I do wonder a little bit about, like, whether he was a part of this crew that actually is going to Colorado, because he seemed very comfortable, kept bringing him over there. You know what I mean? I guess, I don't know. I don't know.
He might be a part of the crew also going to Colorado.
Yeah, because
he would be the last person there. Right.
Yeah, like, why would he stay back? But yeah, your question about Bean is is still lingering as well. It's like,
Yeah.
where is Bean? But Teri's alive. I thought
Yes,
thought the girl was gone. Thought
baby.
she was gone.
Let me tell you, I was watching the TV the last couple seconds when he put that little the strings, the chords, and the detonator. I was like this, like because I was like, I know. I mean, of course, I know the story's not over, so y'all can't kill Xavier.
Yeah, yeah,
But I was
yeah.
like, no, this man is not about to do this. Like, what is about to
Yeah.
happen? But lo and behold, all he did was get him closer to Teri. So,
Mm-hmm.
the good deed has been done.
Yeah, I'm just so confused by that.
Yeah.
Just still, but yeah, I could tell I could just tell before he said it. I was like, this man. I was like, why
Mhm.
he did that? This is given he gonna try
Yes,
to
and
blow you
then he
up.
look at that picture and see that the
Yeah,
mailman looking right up at Teri, like, oh brother, I'm in trouble. In trouble,
but
yes you
yeah, I
are.
was wondering about that picture look because all I was like, he already knows. He told you he's interested in her, so it's like you
Yeah.
know that. But I guess he's like, oh.
Yeah, no, this is deep, deep love. This is I'll
I
kill
know.
for love.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that's facts.
You know how they say a
Uh,
man knows another man's look? Maybe no, that man was looking at you. Okay, it's something going on
Yeah,
here.
I know. But it's like as if I ain't got time.
No,
As
for real.
if, bruh. Like
Never, never a chance. Never.
I know it's like even if Xavier did, it's like I will grieve and I will move on to find what's right
Right.
for me. Okay.
Right, right,
This ain't
right.
it. Like
Yeah.
at
But
all.
that mailman is in trouble now, boy. I'm like, you better run for your life.
Yeah.
Because one thing about Xavier said you could trust people. And he finna trust
Yeah.
them people that's been with his wife. And they all
Yeah.
finna come get you. So
Yeah. Teri about to
if the
tell him.
mailman don't take
Mm-hmm.
himself out, he out. He about to be done for.
You know, that's real. That's real. I
He
want to
didn't
hear
think
from
this through.
Teri. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It's
Yeah.
like if you
An
needed this
insane
man.
mind don't operate like a sane one. I'm trying to tell you. He ain't thinking through either that or he didn't know enough about Xavier. Maybe
Yeah.
Teri didn't let on, and maybe Teri actually don't know just how
I know. She know her
sometimes people
man.
may be up in the CIA and stuff, and you never
Yeah.
know. And maybe it's some type of vibes like you could do what you could do that to him. You could do this. Like you know how to do a little bit more than handle a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does he even know that he was former CIA? Well, not former. Well, I guess former, but CIA.
she may have or may have not told him. Because of the beginning when they first got into the bunker, she already had some suspicion or she just knew straight out that Enos didn't necessarily want her there. So maybe she held some cards close to her chest. But the mailman was the one person that, Teri trusted. So who knows? Who knows?
But again, that's his side of the story. I want to hear Teri's side
Yeah.
because she may not trust him internally.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's going to give Xavier the lay of the land when he gets there. She's going to be like, these people, those
Absolutely.
people.
She probably knew
Yeah.
he was weird from the start. He said, heck no, heck
Yeah.
no. But anything else on the outside world of it all before we get into Jane's story? Of course, we'll talk a little bit more about the Link in Jane's situation,
Yeah.
but we'll
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about just Jane's backstory. Never thought we
Yeah.
would get here, honey. I just
Mm-hmm.
figured Jane's story was gonna be something that came in season 3, but we
Mm-hmm.
done got her
Mm-hmm.
backstory. Mr. Don got the email from Alex that said, "Hey, a killer will be born on June 6th at 12:01 a.m." I'm trying to figure out how did Alex know?
So,
Who
so
is
you,
Alex?
yeah, I didn't even see that. You
Oh,
picked
I
it
had to
up.
pause, baby. I paused.
Oh, no,
I said, wait a minute.
I saw what the message said, but I didn't see that it came from someone named Alex.
It came from Alex Q, to be exact,
Oh,
on May
okay.
29th, 1997. Okay, the email
Yeah.
said a killer will be born on June 6th at 12:01 a.m. She can be stopped when it matters if you deliver a message to her.
This
And
is
the
what I
subject said on June 6th at 12:01 a killer will be born. Why they switched that up, I don't know. But that was the email to Mr. Don.
yeah. So time travel is there it has to be something from the future, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
so these theories like a couple people have
Ooh,
said
wait a minute. You might be we might be onto something. Like, what Sinatra is building, is it time travel?
I have no clue. I'm unclear about a lot of things, but it has to be time travel for them to know she's gonna be a killer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so there's that. But she a little cray cray, from the beginning. Now her mom was not a nurturing mom, and it's also giving. Does she love Sinatra so much? Is she a mother figure for her? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like she
Yes.
is so loyal to her
Mhm.
because her mama won't shit.
Yes.
And so it's like Sinatra is like, psychotic and lethal. She's like
Yeah.
ruthless all in one.
All in one. Yeah, no, definitely. Her story definitely opened up some insights about how Jane perceives love, how she perceives compliments. And shout out to Sterling K. Brown's wife, because that was
Yes. I
that
saw
was
that.
wifey up in there with that role, and she did a hell of a good job.
Yeah.
Little did she know she birthed the demon for real,
Yeah.
teaching her about meditation because she was not on her game before that.
Yeah, yeah. Cause when she came in there talking about it's in the box. It was like, okay. Like, I wonder if Sterling K. Brown's wife is still alive though, to be honest. Like,
I
what was
know.
her
I'm hoping they
reaction in
go
that
back.
room?
Right. I hope they go back to finish that out because I want to know what happened after that. But we also learned that through this storyline with, I'm gonna just keep saying wifey, but through the storyline with
Oh yeah, I don't
wifey,
remember it either. Yeah.
yes, that she's the first one to play the Wii with her. And so that's the connection to
Mm.
the Wii. Remember, she used to also play the Wii with Billy, and Sinatra also just gave her this
First
Nintendo
mother,
Switch.
first mother
Yes.
figure.
Yes, she was the first mother figure, the first person seemingly to tell her something positive about herself and that she was special, baby. And so, yes. And so to tie it all together, Sinatra sat Jane down and said, baby, I'm a little scared of you. I know you shot me and you said that I'm no use to you. What's up with that? Jane
Yeah.
says, my purpose is to be a killer, okay? I've always done it, but I can't fulfill my purpose if I don't have a leader, aka if I don't have a mama. I don't know if Sinatra was picking up what Jane was putting down in this idea of like she needs to be able to submit to somebody or what, and that's why she went ahead and got her that Nintendo. I'm not sure. But it's very clear Jane needs a superior, and it's typically a woman. Okay. So we
Yeah.
shall we
I
shall see what. Ooh, I don't know. The girl is psychotic.
yeah, I wasn't clear if I'm 100% buying her story. So we'll see. Like I understood the connection that she's a killer and she needs not necessarily needs a leader, but maybe enjoys that. How or someone to tell her who to kill. But it feels like it's deeper. It feels like there's more. I don't know. It feels like when she said, "You're
Hmm.
no good to me if you're dead," it really gives, I don't know, like, what if there's another mother? You know what I'm saying? Like a higher mother who's like, who she's responding to. Like, what if Sterling K. Brown's wife, who was her mentor, maybe she's not dead. What if they unlock some diabolical shit together? I don't know. I'm making up shit now. But I'm just
Hey,
saying that
it's
what
all
if
a
she has
possibility.
because I'm just or what if she's like, I can become my own mother and I direct or I don't know. Like I don't know. But it's something that's too easy about that like
Yeah.
I just am a killer and I need direction, lead me. It just feels too easy, but
Hmm.
it fits with this little new
I
profile they
mean,
gave us.
I do hear you on the easiness of that, especially because, like, before the psychologist approaches Jane, she's in the mirror acting like she's Sinatra with her hair
Yeah.
half up like it's in a bob. And so,
I
what's that
know.
about? I don't know, but you almost see like this personality shift that happens right in front of her, like, because she went from doing that to,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And she had a friend. She had a voice, Climby, when she was younger,
Oh
that would
yes,
tell
that
her.
girl. I forgot about that. That is the fucking leader. It ain't Sinatra. I think that's who she's answering to. I forgot about that voice. Like that's who she's answering to. Good to me. These everybody. I don't know. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
me. It feels
I
like
mean,
that voice is
yeah.
that's her. That's who she's answering to, and that's who's directing all of this for her, not that she's looking to follow what Sinatra does. Maybe Sinatra's
Yeah.
handling the emotional piece of her, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit much, but I do hope that we get to see just a little bit more into what's going on with Jane now that we know she hears voices. Because
Mm,
when you add that into the mix, now we got a whole leather layer, honey. And I'm like, what they doing with this girl?
mm.
What they doing?
And I want to
Yeah.
know what happened afterwards because the mom, like that sauna scene,
Yeah,
and then the mom to put her in there, I'm like, you're not a good mom. Like, I don't know what this girl came into this world with, but you ain't making it better, baby.
definitely not.
So I'm
I'm
wondering
like, the
how,
message is what made her a killer.
what
The message. The
is
guy
what?
telling her, Don telling her, this is a killer. You can, whatever,
Oh, you're
stop her
saying
when the
like
moment.
you think that got in her head and made her be the way she is as a mother?
Yeah.
I could see that. But she seemed like the baby was crying and she was just laying there.
But you're
It was
right. You're
giving
right. She
there
was
was
already
something.
neglecting her. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Get this baby out of me." It seemed like, I mean, not that childbirth ain't the most horrific thing, but it seemed
It's like she
like
knew she
she
had a
had,
demon inside of her.
yeah, it seemed like she was not here for motherhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Scary, scary, scary. So, yeah. So we see that Sinatra sends Jane outside to speak with Link and all his friends. And again, she has this little shift. She does this. It's something with this hair thing she doing where she's now approaching these men and they go into a negotiation about what Link can come inside with, and they end with a slice of apple pie and five unarmed men. How do you think that conversation gonna go?
Yeah, it's unclear why they would ever go inside the bunker,
Yeah,
It to me it's like we can have 5 unarmed men outside. Like you can
yeah,
bring your ass outside of the walls because it's given you don't know what's in that thing. Like they could have literally outfitted the bunker that as soon as you walk in there, it's like boom, lights go up, floor drops, you're in a door trap or something like that where they get stuck and now they're in the prison down there or something. You just don't know. Like, so it's like no point of going inside of that bunker. Like they say, never let them take you to a second location, okay? You stay
yeah,
outside.
yeah. Yeah,
um
my uncle is watching. Shout out to Uncle if you're listening. But he mentioned to me that he feels like Link is actually up to no good
uh,
because it seems like in the rendezvous that keep happening in the visions,
uh,
like Link and Xavier don't necessarily trust each other. Like something bad
mm,
is gonna happen when
mm,
finally end up linking up together at some point. So he is untrustworthy of Link. So I didn't think
mm,
about that theory and what that could be in
mm,
terms of
mm,
him saying like I gotta kill Alex. He's the only other person that knows exactly what Alex is.
mm.
It what who he she I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly what his intentions are, or if he feels
Mhm.
like he could do something better with whatever Alex is to restart the world versus whatever is happening in the bunker.
What if Alex is like just literally a machine? Maybe it is time travel, but only for like messages and things like that. And so maybe Sinatra is saying, let's send stuff back that can help reorient, like change the events of what's happening in the future. And Link and them are like, no, you're going to F with the whole timeline of humanity. So stop
Yeah,
doing that. And she's like, this is the only way to save humanity because, like, look at us type of thing. I don't know. But all of that just doesn't make sense either. It's like,
yeah,
it's just like,
yeah,
I'm trying to like figure things out, but no clue, no clue, no
yeah,
clue, no clue. But if
yeah,
it would explain the email coming back, like if communications, if Alex is time traveling communications, But I don't know. It still doesn't save them, because they're in this life.
Right.
So, but yeah, and Sinatra's daughter, she has a encounter with Presley, Xavier's daughter, and gets a little bit of, she get clued in a little bit to the shit that's happening. Because
Right.
apparently she don't know stuff. So,
Yeah.
and she gets a little sus of Sinatra. She was like, "Are you Sinatra?"
Yeah, I mean, when that happened, I was like, good, she's starting to wake up. It seemed like she already had a bad feeling that she couldn't necessarily describe when Jane came to pick up Sinatra because she was like, don't let anything happen to my mom. Like, Mom, are you sure, you're ready to go back to work? At the end of the day, she did get shot on the job. So it's not giving safe out here. And so I think the fact that that happened to begin with is why she was able to listen a little bit more to Presley and figure some things out. And then to tell her mom people are missing, and then Sinatra's response being those people are down there, it lets her know like people are underneath whatever this is. I don't know how more underground you can get underground, but apparently they really underground. And so yeah, that leads us to everybody at the jail, okay? Which is Robinson, the president's son. We got the man who helped design or build the bunker. Who else is down there? Now, them are the major players down there.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, they're the ones that matter. Those are the ones who are trying to escape.
Yeah.
And so first of all, I'm not even sure why the guards have guns down there. Do guards in prisons have guns?
Yes, they do.
Do they really? That seems like the most dangerous thing to have a gun in a prison.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seems like
I'm trying to remember when I worked in one. I'm pretty sure they have
guns.
Well, not the officers do, yes, but not like the people who like patrol, like that are inside. Actually, don't listen to me, child. I don't know. If you know, drop in the comments because I'm not 100%
Yeah, because
sure.
I was like,
It's been a while since I've
she
been in the
just
jail.
drop kicked him and then got his gun and she's
Yeah,
out. So it's like it is what it is. But good for them. Glad that
yeah,
they
yeah.
out because it looks like they're going deeper underneath some tunnel, and I guess they're gonna come out on the other side. Like beats me, but good for them. They need to get out, and maybe they'll run into Link's people. And Robinson probably be like, "Don't take your ass inside, bruh. Make them come outside, just like Jane came out here. They can come outside. Why we gotta go in?" I
That'd be
just
crazy.
wholeheartedly don't agree with that.
Yeah, because they're trying to get the doors open by releasing all the oxygen out the air. Because that's what they're trying to do. That's what the guy who designed it, he said we got to get to the control center, the one that's not welded through.
Oh, I missed that.
Because
What was that at? This episode or another one?
yeah, this was this episode. He told him like that's how it's designed. Like that's the way to force open the doors
I
to the
got you.
bunker.
I got
Yeah.
you. So you talking about the scientist who's in the prison?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Oh,
I have no idea how you missed that, girl, because that was definitely an episode.
okay, sorry. I promise I was looking.
But another thing that happened with them was the son looking at Robinson like, bitch, I ain't finna work with you, not my daddy's side piece. I said, baby, oh, I would have got slapped. I already know I would have got slapped. You can't talk to low. I'm like, whoo, that spirit of being of respecting the elders is on me. So I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it. No matter how true. But
yeah, and
yeah,
it's
that
yeah.
did throw me. I was like, whoo.
Yeah, because it's like it's not even like super defensible. Like, because if she says like he loved me, and it's like it's just not. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Like it's not
Right.
that she's a side piece or one of his hoes. It seemed like she did love her. He was trying to get a divorce, but it's still like y'all just soiled the whole thing by starting it in a bad way, and it's just no
Right.
defense. Love is not a defense.
Okay.
To being foul,
Okay.
But yeah.
Another thing that was kind of big this episode, so we see that the therapist, after having the picture in the office, she realizes that something's up with Alex, so she goes back through her transcripts. She finds one where Sinatra pretty much said Alex is our only chance, and she is afraid of what she has to become or is becoming in order to save us. And there's no other context left in this session with Sinatra. And so the therapist goes down to Robinson at the jail and is like, yo, we have to stop Sinatra. Like, what's up with Alex? And Robinson's like, bitch, all I gotta do is stay black and die. You got this, bitch. Like, we ain't, I'm not
Right.
fighting the people. I'm not fighting the system with you. You want to do it, you go out
Yeah.
there and do it yourself. And it ain't
Yeah.
Sinatra. It's
It's
Jane.
Jane. And
Okay.
I couldn't understand how she would in any way go and approach Jane by herself. Like, what you got to do, girl?
I
Except
have
ruin
no
your own
idea.
plans. The element of
Right.
surprise is a real thing. Like,
Right.
so I don't know why she did that or what she plans on doing. She's like, I'm gonna stop you. How? You know what I'm
No
saying?
force,
How,
no
girl?
force. And the problem with these people and these type of shows, it'd be like, y'all didn't tell enough people, okay? Y'all be
Right.
acting in a party of one, and then you die without the
As a
information
party
being
of one.
spread, and now people still got to put pieces together. Where if you just would have tried to act in a team, you could
Yeah.
have found something else out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she needed to have had a plan that she doesn't have a plan. You can't have a plan. Not you
Mm,
cannot have a plan if you just approached her like that. You know what I'm saying? As one person. But
yeah,
maybe afterwards we'll see that maybe look, maybe she part of the
yeah.
escape crew. But also it's like why would you tell Jane? Like
The problem is it's like I think Jane still comes off very unassuming. And so the
mhm.
therapist is probably thinking, "Oh, she did this, but like is she that bad? You know, like can she actually harm me?" I feel like that's what the therapist is thinking. I think she thinks she big and bad and can do what she do because there's no way a woman with a PhD thought, "Hey, let me go in here and talk to this girl even though I know or I suspect that she killed the new
Yeah,
president
I thought
and Billy."
I thought Jane was about to be like and slit her throat right there in
I did
front of
too.
her because
I
I'm
did
like,
too.
girl, this look,
It's not going to end well for you.
yeah, I don't see it,
Abort,
but
abort, abort.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is what it is. But like she's against Sinatra now, we know that, and
Mhm.
Jane said you gotta go through me. So I don't know about that,
Yep.
but yeah, I don't know. We got 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, like this train need to skip and get to Colorado because I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like, I ain't got time for too much more of this outside the bunker thing. Like, they need to reunite and keep it moving. So,
It seems like they finna go now. They got no choice.
but I mean, what's
Catch
been
me up on
keeping
the
them
train ride.
there? Yeah, I know,
I
right?
don't know.
But what's been keeping them there? It seems like they don't have enough something. Maybe she's making
Yeah.
them some fuel that they need for this train. I don't know, but
Maybe.
they seem stuck a little bit, you know. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Alrighty, I think that's it for this episode of Paradise on Hulu. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that follow button, the notification bell, no matter what platform you are on. Make sure you are commenting, letting us know your theories, what you agree with, what you don't agree with, and we
Mhm.
will catch you for next week's episode. Bye.
All right. Bye.